started working at Krista, and so I actually met him at work. So I got introduced to him by my boss, just the normal, here's everybody that you're going to be working with kind of deal, and I met him and thought he was very nice.
I've already been working at Krista for many years, whatever, and she started, and they usually bring them around the office and introduce her, whatever, and then we did work a little bit together at first or whatever, and just kind of had just a regular working relationship for quite a while.
So I just meeting everybody at work, everybody was nice, and then after time you find out who's single, who's not, kind of people's situations, and just working with Jason a little bit. I didn't work directly with him, so I didn't get to interact with him all the time, but at different events and stuff, getting to see him and talk to him, and then I decided to make the first move.
From the very first time we met at work, the first day she started, until we actually went on a date, it was probably 8-9 months probably. Probably about a month or two prior to that, she had text messaged me or whatever and said, hey, how's it going? And kind of started a personal relationship at that point, kind of via texting back and forth for a while, and then finally we ended up going on a first date.
I texted him because being more shy and rejection is always easier, not face to face. So I just sent him a text saying, hey, this is Krista, how's it going?
And we kind of agreed upon meet after work one day, and we went to Granite City Brewery or whatever, so we went and had our first date there. And
we texted back and forth for quite a while. It took him a couple months to actually go on a first date with me, so he was really nervous about dating somebody at work.
We hit it off, and it was a long date. It lasted a few hours and such, and it went very well. And
our date lasted for a long time, just talking and talking and talking, and it was really actually funny because he decided to use the restroom, and at that time the waiter came and brought us our bill. So I paid for our first date. So it was kind of funny. I was like, yeah, you timed that perfectly, didn't you?
I don't know, she made it easy a little bit because we were kind of talking. She dropped hints every once in a while, obviously, and we were talking, and she kept on bringing it up, and I'm like, fine, do you want to actually go look at some rings? So she actually went with me a little, or for the first time we went there, and she kind of looked at a bunch of different rings and kind of said, oh, I like this one. And
he proposed to me in July 2013. He proposed July 6th, 2013.
Nervousness or whatever, never looked at diamonds before and what they cost and what to look for and stuff. It was a whole new experience in that.
He got me good. We actually went and looked at rings in February, and he got to know kind of my style and what I liked, and so I was kind of anticipating it every moment. I'm like, this is it, like he'd call my name and I'd come up like, oh, he's gonna do it, and nothing ever happened.
Well, I had the ring for a little bit, and I was just trying to come up with different ways to do it or whatever, figure out what the right time would be.
Big kind of events came around where it would have been perfect opportunities and tons of perfect moments, and 4th of July came and gone, and I'm like, oh, it would have been perfect under the fireworks.
Just happened to be that I grew up in St. Cloud originally, is where I'm from, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but there's a flower garden there called Munsinger Gardens, which is a very popular place, and I'd say 75% of the people that get engaged in St. Cloud get engaged there.
Beautiful gardens. It's got gardens that span all along the river, and then up top, like tons of different gardens. So he said he wanted to go there to get ideas of what to do in our flower garden. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure you do. Mm-hmm.
Made the comment, because we were just recently bought the house or whatever, and she was looking to plant flowers and stuff. I'm like, well, how about we stop at Munsinger Gardens and we can look at some plants and flowers and get some ideas or whatever.
And so we go and we walk the whole entire bottom part of the gardens, which have tons of beautiful flowers everywhere. There's a gazebo. It's just beautiful. Nothing.
I didn't have a specific spot picked out, but just trying to figure out it was a busier day and there was people all over the place, and I didn't want to do it right in front of a group of people or whatever, but.
We walked the top part, we walked the whole entire top part of the garden. Nothing. So I'm like, it's not happening.
Every time I thought this is a good spot, you know, a bunch of people came walking around the corner or whatever, so then we made it a couple of tiered level. There was 2 tiers to it, kind of. There's an upper level and lower level. We did the lower level first, went up to the upper level, and kind of did half of it up there, and then we kind of finished the whole upper level, and we're actually making our way back, like leaving the place actually almost.
Well, we're getting to leave, ready to leave Munsinger, and we walked down the first set of steps, and all of a sudden he kind of stops me.
As we were leaving, wrapping up the place, I'm assuming she figured, oh, that had to happen some other time, but then we got to a stairwell that kind of overlooked the whole entire upper portion of the flower garden. That's when I stopped her and turned around and proposed.
And turns, and right there, like overlooking the entire garden, got down on one knee and asked if I would marry him, and Connor was with, so that was so special, and tears, and yes, of course.
There was like a groundskeeper, and that was pretty much the only person really in the immediate area that actually saw what happened or whatnot, and she congratulated us, and she took our picture for us and everything, so nice. One person got to see it for sure.
And yeah, it was the perfect moment, because I wasn't expecting it then. I thought it wasn't going to be that day. I feel like he is the perfect match for me. I can be more high-strung, a little bit more higher energy, more instant reactor kind of person, where he balances my personality perfect. He's very laid back, he's very calm, he's comforting, he doesn't get upset easily at all. So, you know, if I'm upset about something, instead of, you know, making it worse or getting in a fight, you know, he just kind of sits back and, you know, lets me vent, and then we work on things.
Love her a lot. Her eyes really jump out. I really like the way her eyes kind of like sparkle and stuff, and she's very driven, which is a quality that I like. Once she gets a thought in her mind or whatever, she goes above and beyond to achieve that said goal or whatever she has set out in her mind, which is very, you know, intriguing to me.
Connor loves Jason. It's the most precious relationship I've ever seen. The way Jason treats Connor is like he's his own.
Connor, he's a great kid, really loves his mom or whatever, and
she's nice. She cleans up after me. She gave me $100 on my 12th birthday.
Does she run you around to like soccer practice and things like that too?
Like my soccer mom, I said to her today, and she said, oh, that makes me feel old. We celebrate Christmas by dressing our dogs up in Santa Claus costumes. And we take pictures in front of the tree, and they're like our postcard. And last year we cut down our own tree in the front living room, and I have a wood piece that says First Christmas Tree 2013.
You being an outsider looking in, you would never guess that it's not biologically his son. And Connor calls him Jason, but when he talks about him to anyone, it's Dad. You know, let me ask my dad, or I'm gonna go here with my dad, or I did this with my dad. Like he's Jason's dad.
He likes playing Mario with me on the Wii. He likes playing Minecraft with me. He jumps on the trampoline with me. He kicks the ball around with me.
I haven't personally been around a whole lot of kids, so it's been a learning experience for me as well. He likes to play video games. We play a lot of video games, of course. He likes Mario Brothers, which that's the game I grew up on, back on the original Nintendo, and now he's got the Wii, so it's similar, but he's better than me.
I want to have a snowball fight with him this winter. We had a snowball fight last time, but my fort was like dug into the ground.
He likes to build and do stuff like that. And this last winter, with all the snow that we got, there was plenty of high snow banks along the driveway because we don't have a snow blower yet, so shoveling everything. So the snow banks got close to 6 feet tall or whatever. So he definitely had a big area to build some snow forts and tunnels and stuff. And
So there was like 3 holes where I could peek out and throw a snowball. And then he like grabbed a shovel and dug up snow and chucked it and broke one of my holes. I had only 2, and he did that until I was trapped.
Now it's time for revenge, huh?
You know.
They both love each other, and Boy Scouts camping. Next week they have a father-son pizza party at school. Like, he's totally involved and willing to go the extra mile to be his father. I'm excited. Part of me sad that it's, a year and some odd months of planning, and it's going to be done in one day. So that part makes me sad, but I'm so excited. We have like a mini honeymoon that we're going on right after up to Duluth, just somewhere to get away. Then we're going to Jamaica in December for our big honeymoon, and then we're going to be trying to get pregnant after that. So it's like, I'm excited for our life together. I'm excited to do those next steps after marriage.
I'm going to be the ring bearer. I don't want to get a tux because I don't want to get fitted. Makes me feel weird.